328 Fat Papa's the number, right? 904.
Yes, sir.
328 Fat Papa. 904 Fat Papa. That's what it is. 904 Fat Papa. And I need for you guys to tune in and speak with us tonight because my man David's not going to be here tonight because we started doing the show on Sunday. And, we're definitely going to, start trying to do shows on Sunday nights, 8:15. Try to get some other guests to come on. But I really want to talk about some of what's going on. John, anything you want to talk about in particular?
Well, no, we're riveted to the TV watching what's going to go on in Brunswick, Georgia. I just had, I sat over breakfast. My wife and I talked for, a half an hour, 45 minutes about this. We were walking around the house talking about it. I have bad feelings about it, and I'll tell you why. Because there are so many parallels to Trayvon Martin. Yep. And man, it is going to start to shape up. So I listened to Mark O'Meara, right? You know who he was? He was the attorney for Trayvon Martin. He became sort of a attorney spokesperson on CNN. For after that all happened, sort of an expert, and he said what just made me feel terrible. Just that sigh of oh fuck, here we go again. Was that so? When you watch the video of these guys, this guy walked around. What's the guy's name? Arbery. Ahmad Arbery. Yeah. Two A's. Yeah. But Arbery walked around, and so these guys are dead in the water if they just take out the gun and they shoot him point blank. He doesn't doing nothing. But O'Meara pointed out that that they have the gun in their hands, and then he tries to take it from them, and then there's a struggle. Now this is just his opinion looking at the video. Once there's a struggle, it's the same thing that happened with Trayvon Martin. Is Trayvon didn't stand there. He went on the attack. Now, presumably to defend himself. But then the gun becomes a neutral party in the whole situation. And now this guy up there, whatever his name is, he's trying to get the gun back. So he's now afraid for his life. And the only way he deals with it is to get the gun back and then shoot the guy. And that's what the guy's defense is. O'Meara said that's what this guy's defense is going to be right now. They already know it. It's going to be the same as Trayvon Martin.
Yeah.
I went out. I shouldn't have gone out, but he attacked me. I had to defend myself, and that's how it's going to go down.
But I'm telling you something, and I'm going to say this, and I mean this. And I'm not calling for violence, but if they get away with that this time, and nobody does anything to him, black folk going to get punked on this one.
Oh, yeah.
And it's sad to say that, dude. I'm just going to say this. This is a hard time to be a black man today is as hard as it's ever been.
That's what I just said to my wife. It was right after we had the conversation. I said, you know what? There can't be a more sucky position to be in this country than to be a black man. You can't win, man. You the guy's running down the street, and these guys attack him, and they shoot him, and now they're going to get a lawyer that's going to say it was self-defense and all that shit. And now it sounds like the guy was going into the house because the water was running, and he was going in to get a drink of water. He'd done it a couple other times because he didn't steal anything in that house. He supposedly was burglarizing. He had water on his face. He went in to get water. Because it's hot out, presumably. I know where that neighborhood too is. It's on just before the bridge on the right hand side, going in Route 17 in Brunswick. It's a little neighborhood. There aren't too many houses there, but wow, does it suck, man?
Man, let me tell you something. Again, the hardest thing in the world right now is being a black man in America.
Yeah,
and I'm so sick, and I'm so sick of these. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's just so hard for me. It's so hard for me.
Like, is it ever going to end? It's never going to end.
Yeah.
What is going to make this shit end? Like what?
When black people start shooting back, when black people start defending themselves, it's going to be worse then. It can't be worse. Let's get this established. If they're killing us already and we're not doing anything to them, how can it be worse if we shoot back? Think about it.
I guess.
I'm asking for a friend. I'm just asking for a friend.
It's look, I told you this before, Nate. I told you this many, many, many shows ago. If black people in this country, black men in this country, took the same attitude that men in the Middle East do about white Americans coming to their country and doing shit. I mean, look what happens. We went there. We only been there 50 years getting oil and fucking up there, and look at what they do. They came and blew up a building and all this other shit. Black men in this country, they don't do anything.
They didn't black man. They didn't blow that. We blew that building up. Fuck that.
Yeah, well, I mean,
sell me on that.
But they don't. Okay, whatever that is, I'm just saying that they fight back.
And my man, I'm so hurt because this young man, another black woman has lost a son.
Yeah, it's terrible.
And listen, I believe that it seems like they know who to fuck with. Because if they fuck with one of my kids, it's gonna be Harry Carey. I swear to God. I don't care who know it. I'm gonna turn this mother out. They can't rest. I can't rest. And I will sleep like a baby in my crib. But man, when are we gonna stop being so? We just gonna let the law handle it. The law ain't handled it for us yet, man.
The law ain't gonna handle this one. Don't kid yourself. And they're gonna have to pull off a half 50-50 black jury there, or more.
They should be able to. It's more black as more black than white.
Nate, all it takes is one racist asshole in Georgia, and that ain't hard to find in Georgia. Let me tell you.
Well, not in South Georgia.
Yeah. Well, they already want to move the trial, but all it got to take is one, and that's a hung jury, and those guys get off. That's how simple this can be. And that lawyer just has to make the case exactly how Trayvon Martin's case was made by O'Meara. Look at they shouldn't have been out there chasing this guy with a gun, but he ran at him, grabbed the gun. They feared for their life. They shot him, and they rest their case. And look at this is exactly what happened with, what's the guy's name that shot Trayvon Martin? Jeez, forget his name.
I try.
George Zimmerman. George Zimmerman came out. She had no business coming out of his house to fuck with a kid.
And the bad thing about it, the guy who shot him was a horrible. He was a shitty police. He was a shitty cop. He didn't even have a right to arrest nobody or a gun.
Oh, the guy up in Brunswick.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He was a shitty officer.
Yeah, of course.
You was a shitty officer and you was a shitty citizen.
Right.
You just shitty.
But those guys, look at. Don't kid yourself, Nate. Those guys sit around jerking off to the fucking idea of shooting a black man. Trust me, nobody pulls the trigger that easily without having thought about that shit for a while and contemplated it and said to themselves, "Oh, that motherfucker comes back in there again, and we're gonna shoot his ass." And they get in their truck. Christ, it's just like a right out of some fucking movie, like getting in their truck.
And I'm dying. I am the black man that's dying for somebody to fuck with me. I'm walking down the street. I'm ice grilling white boys left and right now. I'm like, please. As a matter of fact, a white guy ran across the street the other day, and he didn't run across. He was walking across while riding traffic. Then goes, "Fuck you, motherfucker." I said, "I will beat your ass." I'll beat your ass.
What? You were walking across the street?
He was, man. We was in the car driving down. I'm like, man, come on, bro. I said, the only reason you say that because you got a knife, but you just don't know. I'll beat your ass.
Yeah, well, I told you, man. Black guys kneel and white guys shoot. And I'm not encouraging anybody to do anything, but I'm just saying y'all are taking the wrong approach to shit. Fuck.
Did you see the white? Did you see Charlemagne the God? Philip Charlemagne the God. Charlemagne the God and Al Sharpton. They were on this program, and bro, it was Charlemagne the God said some shit, and I don't think they liked it. I think they were upset. They were tad piffed.
Who is that? Charlemagne what?
the God, Charlemagne the God.
Charlemagne the God. Is he a rapper or something?
No, he's radio
I see him.
personality.
Yeah, what are you looking for? What he said?
Yeah, he said he encourages blacks to get legal fight.
Yeah, I see it right here. Here it is right here. Here it is. Let me just push it out to you so you can see it, Nate.
Yeah. Then you had Al Sharpton, his ass on there. I'm talking about the justice, man. Fuck justice. It's just us. That's all we got. I'm tired, man. I'm tired. As a black man, I'm tired. As a black man that's got children, I'm tired. Because they killing our women too, shit.
That right there?
Yeah. There should be a video attached to it. But I want you to see the face of the white woman. She is not happy that he said this.
Let me see if it's on here. I don't see the video. Is it on YouTube?
Yeah, I want to say I want to say it's Fox. It's a Fox. It's a lily white girl. It's a lily white girl, and she ain't happy about it. Is it Fox
or on the what's the other channel there? OAN. That's the super.
Talking about the Oprah Winfrey Network.
Yeah, I'm looking for it.
And I mean, my issue is that with all this being said and done, nobody's talking about the damage that has been done to the black community by this shit. The black male is the least educated. He's the most incarcerated. He's the least unemployed. We're the minority. Okay, you understand what I'm saying?
Here you go, Nate. I think I can play this. Let me see if I can play it.
I hope it comes back.
It's Fox News. It says it's on.
Of course, Fox. They love they love when a black man dies.
Yeah, they do.
And they love when a black
I'm sure
man
that
dies.
you have some thoughts to share on this. So what are they?
Yeah, my thoughts, man. Rest in peace to that brother, and condolences to his family. I wish that brother had a gun on him while he was jogging, so he could have defended himself against those thugs, those goons, those terrorists. I call them vanilla ISIS. That's what I call them. They hunted him down like he was a deer. And I would also tell all my brothers and sisters out there to go buy yourself a legal firearm and learn how to use it so you can protect yourself and your family. I am 2A all day, and I think when you're a black person in America, owning a legal firearm is a form of self-care. So that's my thoughts on that. I wish that brother had a gun on him while he was jogging so he could have defended himself. I would much rather see him, in prison fighting for his freedom, in jail fighting for his freedom, as opposed to, being in a casket right now.
Charlemagne, can I ask you, since these two, they've been charged with murder, we don't know if there'll be anybody else who will be brought into the charges. This father and son, we're showing their pictures right now. The legal system, the Rev talked aspirationally about what changes he would like to see in the legal system. Talk about that, because while I can understand the emotions behind what you said about what you wish people would do within the black community, I'm sure you also understand that the prospect of everybody going out there and using guns to make their points or defend themselves or attack, that may not turn out well in the big picture.
Well, that's not what I said. I didn't say people should use their guns and go out there and attack. I said people should own legal firearms so they can defend themselves against these kind of attacks. That's what I said. Now, as far as the justice system, I don't have any faith in the justice system. I've seen plenty of white people get off for killing unarmed black men in this country. So I don't have any faith in the legal system. So therefore, since I don't have any faith in the legal system, that's why I'm telling all my brothers and sisters out there to go buy yourself a legal firearm and learn how to use it so you can protect yourself against these kind of threats.
All right. Well,
Second Amendment.
I'm glad
the
that
Constitution is for all of us, right?
Pardon me, sir?
The Constitution is for all of us, right?
100%.
Well,
Absolutely.
that's the question. That's why I think we got to be real careful. Is the Constitution for all of us? And who breaks that? Who raises this, what Charlemagne is saying, is the continued lack of the justice system treating us like it's for all of us. Many of us that are committed to nonviolence, our problem is not people feeling they should get a gun. Our problem is people that will not enforce the law. This young man had the legal right to jog, and he was killed. Now, what is the system going to do about it?
Well, one thing I've raised with many of my interviews about this topic over the last couple of days has been whether or not these two people that claim to have had justifiable cause to do what they're calling a citizen's arrest, why in the world they had loaded shotguns and a loaded Magnum 357 pointed at this young man, this jogger, and how is that legal? It's been my explanation to both of you that that is not legal at this point. So therein lies a point right there that needs to be debated. Listen, guys, I have to.
There you go.
My issue is this, John. And I had to say something about this. My issue is about this. That white woman, her white fear came and stood up. The prospect of a black man defending himself against this kind of attack scared her. It scared her more.
Yeah.
It scared her more than anything else.
Yep. Exactly. But let me ask you this. So the Charlemagne there, he said exactly the right thing. Go and
but
buy
I've been saying
a legal
that.
gun.
I've been saying that for years.
And arm yourself. What would have happened if he had whipped out a gun? They would have gotten a shootout, but at least he would have fired a couple bullets at that asshole.
He might have shot that bastard that shot him.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you something. A lot of folk talk shit, but if they don't shoot, I shoot. That boom, boom, boom sound, it changes your trajectory on your bullet, man. It makes when I'm shooting my own gun, it really changes my mindset. You know what I'm saying? With a gun going off right in the close quarters like that, gun, it scares you. Even though you know it's coming, there's a fear that comes over you.
Yeah, when you fire a gun, it's a different feeling of power. It's a scary feeling of power. I mean, it really is.
It is.
It
is. And I shoot. And I shoot, and I understand the ramifications of that weapon being discharged in your hand. The smell of the gunpowder. You know, a high velocity round that's loaded with more black powder, more gunpowder than a target round smells different. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It smells different. The gun responds different.
What would have happened? Remember the guy that got shot in Texas by the Dallas cop? That whole shit show. Like, that guy wasn't armed. If she had broken into his house and he blew that cop away,
they'd have put him in prison, and it wouldn't have been no hugging him and giving him a Bible.
None of that would have happened. But he wasn't armed. He wasn't armed. If he had been armed and shot her, what would have happened?
You know what the problem is? I don't particularly give a damn about what would happen. She came into my house. She's going to get the business.
He'd still be alive one way or the other. I'll tell you that.
Right?
Much.
Yeah. And the problem is, as black men, we are on the menu. We are on the menu, and until we, as black men, come together and realize we're on the menu, ain't nothing we can say. We're on the menu, bro.
Clearly on those guys' menu there in Brunswick. Clearly. Those guys, like...
That's no different, dude. Trayvon happened in an international city.
Yeah.
Orlando, Sanderson.
Yeah. No, I know. I got it. But this is the shit that's in people's minds all the time. It's in their minds.
What about the white cop that shot the guy on the roadway when his truck broke down?
Yeah, what was
in Oklahoma?
Yeah.
Come on, man. Dude, we on the menu. What about the young, beautiful black girl that was laying in her bed? She's an EMT, laying in her bed.
Gets up. And here's some noise.
Cops come in and shoot her dead, and her boyfriend shoots at one of the cops, and he's facing charges in prison charges, prison time. Dude, man, look, I had a debate with a sister today, and I was just joking, but when I said it, I realized how true it was. She we was talking about something. I had to go into my page, and she said, black women are not marrying black men because there are no worthy candidates. And I thought to myself, if you don't find a man that can protect you, there is no worthy candidate. I don't care how much money he make. If he ain't willing to die for you, he is not a worthy candidate. And that's where it's gotten for black men and women. If you ain't able to, and that's my anger. My anger is everybody got something to say about us, but nobody understands what it's like to be us. So don't speak on us.
Absolutely.
Stop speaking on us.
Because you can't even. I'm a white guy, and I, you know, the totality of my day is, I watch the clip, get horrified about it. 10 minutes later, I ain't thinking about it.
No, because it didn't happen to you.
It didn't happen to me, but I'm also a white guy. I know I don't go out in the world every day and fear anything. People say, "Oh, you know, yeah, I don't fear anybody. Look at how I'm treated. I get pulled over. I got pulled last time I got pulled over was by a black cop in Coral Springs.
He was so nice to you.
That guy was so nice. He sounded like a fucking dude. People in stores aren't that nice to me when I'm buying shit. The guy that I was buying my car from in Orlando wasn't as nice as this cop. He said, "Oh, this is what he said to me." He goes, "Well, your tag is expired and you've got the wrong sticker on it. Doesn't belong to your car." And I go, "Really?" I go, "I just got that sticker." And he goes, "Well," he goes back to his car and he looks up. He goes, "Oh, I just looked it up as a courtesy to you. That sticker's for your Mustang. That's your wife's car or whatever." And I go, "Oh, I put it on the wrong car." And he goes, Yeah. No, you put it on the wrong car, and you know, technically, I can actually tow the car and do all this stuff. I'm just gonna write you a ticket for the expired registration or whatever it was, and a $5 ticket for putting the sticker on wrong. And then I looked, and sure enough, it was. I mean, he could have done all that shit. Yeah, I could have left in like handcuffs.
Right.
but the guy that was white privilege, and like I didn't even think anything of it. I just said to JJ, "That guy was pretty nice, man. He was a pretty nice guy."
This is gonna escalate real quick for me though.
Yeah.
Hands on the wheel. God damn.
Yeah, they'd have dragged you out of that truck in 2 seconds.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So for me, man, I'm just Ahmaud Arbery, man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that his mother's having to go through this. I am sorry that we have to deal with this stuff the way we're dealing with it. I'm just sick. I'm sick of it. I'm sick to death of it. Now you see why I told you how a black man feels every day.
I got it. I mean, all I can do is say I can imagine, but like I say, I can't imagine because I can't unless I wake up tomorrow black and spend a week being black. I'll never understand. And I'll just tell you right now, if all white men woke up black tomorrow morning and stayed black for a week, we would make that Parkland school shooting look like it was nothing. Look like it was a Christmas party. White men are already angry. You make them black and make them go through the shit. I get pissed when I get disrespected by some Filipino lady on the phone with the bank I was on the other day. You know, I'm angry. It's the end of the fucking world. I didn't get what I like. Shit, man. Every day you have to get up and go, how the fuck am I going to get to work? Am I going to get pulled over? How many times have you been pulled over just basically for nothing? Like tons of times? Tons of times, right?
Dude, look, there's a video of a cop giving 2 kids jaywalking tickets right here in Jacksonville.
Jaywalking tickets?
$67, $65 tickets. And I thought to myself, this is what you're doing with my fucking tax money.
It's crazy.
But man, it's, you know what? I just wanted to make that known that I'm tired. I'm tired of Trayvon Martin's, Ahmaud Arbery's. I'm tired of Eric Garner's. I'm tired of Mike Brown's. I'm tired, man. I'm just tired. I'm tired of the women of Sandra Bland. I'm tired of the beautiful young lady that just got killed in her bed. I'm tired of black men being herded off to jail for protecting their women. I'm tired. I'm tired. And I implore every black man and woman to learn how to fight back. Fuck this talking. Fuck this marching. Cause dude, you marching down there with a sign up, and then you marching on Saturday with a casket. Ain't shit happening.
Yeah, that marching doesn't do much. It just probably makes shit worse, right?
What it does do is fuck up your good shoes.
Yeah,
That's it.
exactly.
Now you out of money and you upset.
Right, and it doesn't seem to be changing anything.
No,
Is
it
that
doesn't change
mindset that's
anything.
inside of those guys? Those two hillbillies up there, they've been talking about this their whole fucking life. This is their fucking wet dream. I'm telling you, man.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is the shit they dream about, and that's how sick fucking people who sit around think about how to kill somebody for no fucking reason. Like, look at you remember I told you, when you get in a room with these kind of guys, they look you in the eye and they drop the N-word and they want to see whose side you on. You with them,
Right.
or not?
Right.
That kind of shit. That shit goes on every day in that fucking house of theirs. I guarantee you.
The father and the son was out there. Shit.
That shit goes on every fucking day. It's a fucking clan meeting.
And I guarantee you, for as bad as the father is, the mother's twice as bad.
Oh, and she's got the cowboy hat on. That's how you know, man. That's the you see those ladies with the cowboy hats on. Those are, then you know what you're dealing with. Yeah, man. That's all I saw at that stupid Republican convention was white ladies with cowboy hats on.
And dude, let me tell you something. I'm gonna say this. It ain't just Republicans. Democrats is fucked up
Sure.
too.
Yeah. Yep.
And I'm tired of us making it seem like they all like us. They don't fuck with us. Nancy Pelosi is making it her business to the black woman, the Muslim woman, she's treat them like AOC, who I really don't care for. But nobody deserves to be treated the way they get treated by Nancy Pelosi.
Yeah, and so with Ilhan Omar, the same shit. But
it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Oh, man, it is what it is. Hey, I'm not going to linger on that too long. I spoke in my piece. Black people, learn how to defend yourself. Learn how to defend yourself hand to hand and with firearms. We got to stop. Hey, we know how to play spades. You can't learn to play spades in so many ways. Take your ass and learn how to shoot. I want to see black folk at saltwater. I want to get an all women's class of shooting. I don't even want you to learn how to shoot perfect. I just want you to learn how to handle your own gun, clean your own gun, load your own gun, fire your own gun, hit what you shoot at.
Yeah. Yep. Got to do what you got to do, man. Look at, man. That's what that Second Amendment's for. You gotta defend yourself. And
it's for us all, right?
It's supposed to be for us all, but you can't defend yourself if you don't have a gun. I'll tell you that much. Unless you're Nate Campbell and you're going one-on-one with somebody.
They're making it, dude. Let me explain something to you. I want to say this. I'm gonna put my phone right here for a second. Can you see me, John?
Yeah, you're fine. You're good.
I am no longer just learning. I'm learning to throw knives.
Is that like the Steven Seagal shit where you whoosh?
Yeah, you throw knives. I'm learning to throw knives. Somebody asked me why. I said, dude, I got to be able to do everything. There can't be anything I can't do. I got to learn to, as a black man, I shouldn't have to think like this, but in this country, I got to learn how to throw knives. You understand me? Because if you take away my rights to do everything else, I can still own a pocket knife in Florida. You understand me?
Yep.
I got to learn how to throw knives. Look at John. John, I've been tossing this knife too.
Is that a buck knife?
Yeah. Not like a buck knife, it's a boot knife. And it's sad, man. It's sad that we got to learn how to defend ourselves in a country that our ancestors built. That we're the... And I knew it was going to get this way because the more white men are starting to die off, the less strength they feel like they have. It's gotten bad, man. It's gotten bad.
Mitch McConnell said it 8 years ago or in 2012 when Romney was. He said, "You know what? We're running out of angry white guys. We're running out of angry white guys. We got to find another group." Is exactly what he said. We're running out of white guys.
And they have Asians, and Asians done turned on them.
Yeah, I literally was just watching Live PD, and this Chinese guy in a restaurant was arguing with a black lady, and the black lady was pretty, she wasn't, she's pretty sensible. She said, "This is not what I ordered. I charged it. Take it back." And the Chinese guy just said, so then the cop is there sort of mediating thing. And she said, "All right, I'll just throw it in the garbage." Threw it in the garbage. And the Chinese guy's just yelling, man, those guys in those Chinese restaurants are some group of racist motherfuckers, aren't they? Holy shit, they're they stick their shit right in the middle of a black neighborhood, but man, woo.
They hate us.
You saw that video of them in China, the African guys in China getting treated,
and they
getting
beat
harassed?
them, and they beat them. And I made a post. I said, if black folk boycotted Chinese nail shops the way they support Obama, we could do something. I'm looking at videos of black women already back in those nail salons right now.
And stop going to their Chinese restaurants if they're treating you like shit. I know it's cheap and it's good,
listen
but
to me.
Fuck it.
We are the biggest suckers on the fucking planet. How am I gonna treat somebody that look like me like shit, and I'm gonna go give them my money? There's a video of a man, some men that were standing outside, boycotting this Chinese hair store, and the guys had a
hair salon or a nail salon?
Hair store.
Yeah.
And these black women begin to cuss these black men out. I'm like, this is when you call her out a name. Somebody like, oh, you never call her out. This when you gotta let them know where you stand. And say, I'm not doing this for you. I'm doing it for somebody that you don't count. But the sad part about it is you can't stand up for them because they don't think that we ain't worthy no more. Black men ain't worthy no more to a lot of those type women. Not all women, those type women. So what I tell men is you got to pick and choose your fights, pick and choose your battles. Perfect example, how this black guy named Tyrone, whatever his name is, Tyrone Muhammad or whatever, he threw bricks through the window of a shop that had abused a black woman. Do you know they went back over there? It was packed with black women all over again.
Jeez. Well, what can you say? I mean, you got the power of the dollar in your hand. Look at man. Black people are 12% of the population, and everything in this country is decided on margins, small margins. Elections do not get decided on 12%. The margin of loss is never 12%. The margin of loss is 3 or 4%. If black people got together with the buying power, the trillion or whatever it is dollar power they have, and voting power,
$1.6 trillion.
Okay, $1.6 trillion of buying power and voting power, and look at when they put up a Democratic candidate. If black people got completely unified and said, "Look it, man, this is the shit that we want. Fucking meet it. Don't go, well, Biden was Obama's VP. That's a bullshit answer. That's a bullshit reason to support him. Go to him, get in front of him and say, we are all not going to vote for you unless you do this and this and this. Unless you prosecute these people and stop having cops and white guys shoot black people for no reason. Stop it or you'll never get my vote. We will all fucking stay home, and Trump and Trump's descendants will win from here on out until you fucking give us what we want. That's what y'all have to do. When it comes to these Chinese restaurants in a neighborhood and they're fucking with you and doing shit, like I was just watching on Live PD, man, that's the most popular program on TV now. Everybody's sitting watching it. The Chinese guy's like, and the lady goes, you just didn't make my order. Just make the order right. That's not what I ordered. No, the guy refuses, and he's standing there with a cop and he's just refusing. And she throws it in the garbage and says, I'll just go to my credit card. Don't go to the guy's goddamn store again. Tell everybody in the neighborhood, stand in front of it. Picket the fucking thing. Don't let anybody go into it.
And the problem is we are so afraid this is the only, man, we do not want to suffer. This new generation is, man, these are a bunch of pussies. They don't want to suffer. They want everything microwave for them. They don't want to do nothing. We're a bunch of pussies, man. And oh my God, it's horrible. You see them doing you like dirt. Get up, get out, do something.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Well, you gotta unify with a unified message. And look at it's a powerful group. 12% is a powerful group of anybody in this country. It doesn't have to be 50%. 12% can change 12% can change an election every day of the week and tomorrow in this country.
With a swing vote. I keep telling everyone.
It is a swing vote. It is a swing vote. It's entirely a swing vote. I'm telling you.
But we've been giving our swing vote to the Democrats so long that blacks cannot fathom not giving that. I know some people who've never voted anything other than Democrat, and they ain't never got shit from Democrats.
You gotta get together, and you gotta make those demands. You gotta hold a gun to their heads, and just go. Look at right now is the time to do it more than anything. There is the group of white people that hates Trump so much. There has never been a group of angry white people, angry at another white guy, in my lifetime I've ever seen. And black people should look them right in the eye and go, motherfuckers, we want reparations.
Exactly.
You better guarantee that not another person gets shot, and you draft a federal law and pass that shit that says when this shit happens, fuck all these bullshit, defend yourself and all this crap that they're getting away with. It's a hate crime is a hate crime is a hate crime, and punish it by death. That's what we want. Punish these motherfuckers. Let fucking white people start dying in the electric chair, and they'll think twice before joyriding in their neighborhood, shooting black guys.
People. Yeah.
They'll
but
think
the sad
twice.
part about it is, the sad part about it is, you got so many black folk that are bedazzled, bejeweled, because beloved. They beloved the Democrats. The Democrats ain't never done shit for them. They gave them the right to vote just so they could keep their vote garnered in their own pocket.
Yeah, but you've got to realize the power that you have first. Stop acting like you're powerless. You're not. You get 12% of the population together, voting and doing stuff on one particular level, and you can change a real lot of stuff. I mean,
I keep telling them, I said, stop voting. I said, don't vote Republican. Vote. Put your own party up. Get enough of the other guys together. Get your own shit together.
Right.
Even if you don't win the first few times, you done fucked up their game.
Right. It's not even that. It's just like you just said. People got to be willing to suffer. And look you could put Trump back in office here in 2 seconds. Black people in this country can guarantee Trump gets elected. All they got to do is say, you know what, Biden? Enough is enough is enough. This is what we want. You fucking convict these two fucking hillbillies here. Figure it out. Fucking white people have been doing that shit for years, figuring out how to rig election trials and rig the fucking law. Draft a goddamn law that makes this shit punishable by death. Not fucking bullshit. Defend stand your ground and shit. You know what stand your ground was? They should just change the goddamn law to stand your ground. It's shoot a black person. That's what the fucking law should be.
Because we can't. I like standing your ground, but they never allow black folk to stand their ground.
Yeah, when have you ever seen a black man on trial for stand your ground? Even on trial for it or making that defense? They haven't even made one in Florida. That law has been on the books since Jeb Bush signed it into law in 2002 or 4 or whatever.
I thought it was a great deal. I said now black folk can fight back.
That ain't happening. That lady that shot at her husband or whatever, just shot into the wall.
Yeah, but that's a bad case. That's a bad case. She wasn't supposed to be around. She wasn't supposed to be around that man, and that's a bad case.
No, I got it.
There's a case of an Army, Air Force airman, Air Corpsman or whatever he was. He shot a guy that was attacking him and his wife, and they put this man in jail.
Why did they? What was their point? Well, how did they convict him? They said he wasn't defending himself or something, or he
was. Basically.
That's bullshit. I mean, I'm telling you, that law was. I remember when that law was
drafted. That law was drafted, and as we're on the show talking tonight, that law was drafted for black people to be murdered.
Yeah. Oh, no doubt about it. No question about it. No doubt at all. And it was kind of silently passed in Florida when Jeb Bush signed it in. I remember, this is back when Neil Rogers used to be on the radio in South Florida, and he was He was a pretty radical guy, and he's like, "Look, you guys are all falling asleep, man. This is a law designed to kill black people, and it was under the radar. And Jeb Bush signed it, and it's stand your ground and all that shit." And this guy Neil Rogers was on it. He said black people are going to die because of this, and it's going to come right away. And it took a couple years, but it happened. It happened. And these two hillbillies, man, I'm telling you, Nate, it's going to be a lot easier than you think to get these hillbillies off. You know,
I told everybody that.
These guys, their chance of getting off is really good. It's really good. If I was them, I wouldn't be worried.
Let me tell you something. The prosecuting DA, all of them people went out right away and started throwing dirt on this kid right away.
Throwing dirt. If they didn't have the goddamn video, these guys still would be out of jail. They wouldn't even be charged. It's just because the video comes out. People see it, and it's like, all you do is you say, I was saying to my wife this morning, I said, fucking in the last 10 years, people have cell phones. You imagine how much shit, if there were cell phones 100 years ago, how much shit would have been on film. They were shooting. Go back and look at every justifiable homicide where a white guy shot a black guy. I guarantee you, if there's film and a real jury with people with some balls,
was murder. It was murder.
It was murder. Because when I see these guys driving out in that truck like that shit's like one of these movies you see.
When I saw them motherfuckers on the back of that truck, I said, "Those motherfuckers look like slave catchers."
Exactly what they are. That shit hasn't changed.
They look like fucking slave catchers.
Exactly.
And I'm gonna tell you right now, if I'd have been rolling down the street and saw that, I would have shot them off the back of the truck. I'd have got out my car and went to picking them motherfuckers off.
Yeah, in their neighborhood, defending the guy's property. They have no right to do that shit, by the way. You have to be in the commission of a felony, and you have to witness it. Somebody can't call you up and say, "I saw the shit on my camera," because you have to witness the felony.
And the guy said he didn't do nothing wrong.
Yeah, of course he did. Of course he did. And
I said that kid he didn't take nothing out of my house.
He was drinking water out of the guy's faucet. He stops in the house and he goes in and he drinks water. And they got multiple videos of the guy in the house, and he's not stealing anything. So where's the felony? That's those guys. They already plotted that whole thing out.
Listen, they've been watching that kid do that for weeks. They said next time he come in there, we gonna chase him down.
That's exactly what they did.
They
did it, and they almost got away with it completely. Except for, and these guys are not. I mean, the guy that shot the video said, "Oh, I'm going to release it because this is somehow going to vindicate them because they're going to see that the Arbery attacked them." So he lets the video out, and then his two buddies get arrested. Good, dumbass, stupid. Jesus Christ.
He should go to jail also.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well,
after that's
you know how that story went.
Yeah,
accessory and
after the fact.
Of
after
course.
the fact.
Yeah. No, he knew that was going on.
And whoever took the video was chambered around in his gun.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes, he was.
I shoot a lot. So, but let's move on from that, man.
Yeah,
I can talk about Arbery all day. I can talk about that kid all day long. I'm sorry he's gone. I'm just like, I want black men to stand up, to stop being fucking afraid. To look, our problem is we've been told to go to jail is a bad thing. But I'm gonna ask y'all this question right here: is going to jail a bad thing, or going to the morgue worse? Which one?
That's what Carl King used to say. I'd rather be judged by 12 than carried by 6.
Yeah. I'd rather have 12 jury, 1 judge, and a half-ass chance. Then you just got to kill me because I'm taking the minute. I'm gonna take as many of you with me as I can take if it get down to that. But what do you think about what's going on in Michigan? I heard they closed down the federal building in Michigan.
Yeah, well, they're nervous about the guys coming with their guns.
Them guys and everybody, they have those mad. I don't give a damn. Let me explain something to you. I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna piss a lot of folk off. I don't give a hoot about them being KKK. That's their right under the law. If black folk didn't like there was KKK out there, should have went out there, and there was some black folk out there with their guns. Black folks should have showed up in droves with their illegal firearms and been a part of the protest on their side of the wall. Hello?
Yeah, I'm here. No, I'm just checking out the.
Because I'm asking that question. Stop acting like all black men are scared, because all of us ain't scared. All of us not afraid of police. All of us not afraid to die. But the problem is, there's so many of these old pussies out here. All these pussies out here don't do nothing but, oh, we gotta wait on the Lord and let the justice. Man, let me tell you something. Every time y'all go down to the courthouse, ain't no justice down there. It's just us. They sending our black boys to jail at 16 for stuff that white boys don't even get charged for. So stop telling me about it was all KKK that was out there in Michigan. It ain't that many KKK to be had in Michigan. And if it was, it's still your God-given right under the law to go out there and be a part of it with your own guns, right or wrong.
Absolutely.
So stop. I'm sick of black folk telling me the KKK was out there. You ain't said that about the Chinese folk not liking you, but you still getting your toenails done now. Your eyebrows arched. You still buying your hair from their store, but you mad, you scared of KKK? Stop it. That's petty. Stop telling me about what you feel. And let's be real about what is. Black folk need to get up and mobilize and put their stuff together and go stand in front of these courthouses just like the whites do. We got to make our presence known just like them. And somebody, oh man, if you do it, they're going to start shooting. You're a damn lie. I see there's some pictures of black folk out there too. Let me explain some to you. Everybody keep talking this trash about black, they'll start shooting. If black men showed up in force with them guns, they would not fire on them because they don't know how many they got to shoot, how many they got perched on these hilltops with sniper rifles. The game is the game. You just got to be able to play it. Then you got California tripping. Oh, my God. That guy in California is out of his mind. He's out of his mind, John.
Who's that?
The California governor.
Oh, Gavin Newsom?
Gavin Newsom is out of his mind. He is truly addicted. First of all, when he bought he spent $1 billion with the Chinese, I would have cut his state off from any federal aid. I'd have cut him off. Because what you did was treason. That's like saying, if your brother beefing with this dude and you go hang out with that dude, that you down for your brother. No, you not. I bet you won't go hang out with him. Gavin Newsom is such a Trump hater. Didn't he try to take his name off the ballot in California?
I don't know. He's done a lot of stuff out there.
That dude is crazy. That dude is crazy, bro. And if y'all ain't careful, he gonna have California, dude. Elon Musk is moving he has his houses up for sale and is selling his. He finna lose billions of dollars finna leave that state. And you got rich Californians that's trying to get him out. They're trying to do a recount to get him taken out of office. 300,000 signatures they need, and he got them under that stay-at-home order where they can't get the signatures.
That's smart. If you don't want people to get signatures, make them stay at home.
Bro, I'm telling you something. What has to be understood is this here. He's going to push those people to the brink where there's no coming back from this. He's going to make people have to fight to defend themselves. And the federal government going to have to step in and send troops to back the people because he's wrong. He's breaking the Constitution. And what kills me is the people that keep talking about the stay-at-home order is good. If you don't want to go outside, don't go outside. I had a friend of mine talking about in New York. She was, them folks, my stimulus check gonna get bigger. Somebody said that and y'all gonna die. If you gonna die, if you're afraid of the coronavirus, you should be scared of the air you breathe and the water you drink. If you eat at McDonald's, you can't say shit to me about being scared of no corona.
Here's a stat for you. So I was talking with my dad. I said, Dad, you still going out? And he goes, yeah, why wouldn't I go out? And I go, I don't know, you're not scared of COVID? He says, look at the stats, John. There's a stat up on the screen. You see it there right in the middle there?
Yeah.
You see it right there? You see how many deaths there are?
I can't see that. You got
It's one.
One death.
One death.
Where?
In Glenn County, Georgia. One death in the
one
county.
death in Glenn County, Georgia.
One. So my dad goes,
one death.
My dad goes, when it gets to 10, I'll start getting nervous, John. I said, hey, who am I to argue with you? That's what I posted on Facebook. He goes, one person died in the whole county. The whole time it's been here. One person, he goes,
one person died in Brunswick.
Right. That's it in Glenn County. My dad says, well, just keep checking with the guys at Winn-Dixie. I asked him if anybody else has died yet, and they said, nope. What? The guy died like a month ago, and that's it.
Dude, I'm sick of these. And I look, I'm gonna say it again. All them 82-year-old people, 88, 91-year-old people that died, and they labeled as COVID.
The average age is 77 in Florida.
Right. They didn't die from no coronavirus. They died from old. They died from what they moved here for, to die. Old people moved to Florida to die. They moved. Why do you think they call it Heaven's Waiting Room?
Because that's what it is.
To die. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, and you got New York City, California got less deaths than New York City, but they saying that the New York City mayor is doing a good job. I'm like, no, he ain't.
De Blasio.
If that many people died, the governor of New York also. If that many people died in Florida, they'd be calling for this man's head. Well, Florida. We got less deaths than New York. We got more people and less. And see, here's my issue. If 30-something thousand people die in New York City alone, that's most of the deaths in the state. We had less deaths in the whole state of Florida than they had in New York City. That's fucked up. You got bad. You people are, hey, either y'all killing them folk off, or y'all bad at what y'all supposed to be doing. Y'all management skills ain't right.
So Florida's got 1,917 deaths. Let me see. Let's see what New York City deaths are.
I can show it to you. I download. I took the picture. I have to go get off my.
New York City has 15,786 deaths. So
they got more deaths in New York City than we got in the whole state of Florida.
10 times more deaths.
Roughly 10 times more deaths.
Yeah.
And you telling me to stay in my house. And you telling me to stay in my house.
Well, I'm lifting the ban officially next week.
Yeah.
By the way, Debbie's not coming in 2 weeks. She's coming. She's got a couple more weeks. She's staying. She got a friend that's got cancer and has to get other treatment, so she's going to go visit her first. But anyways, we're going to have her in the studio in a couple weeks, and we're going to hear some shit there because we're doing her whole life story. Then I'm going to start yours because I got to hear. I got to hear all the shit on your life.
man, a lot of folk not going to hear. You know what? There's so much stuff I want to talk about tonight. But the one thing I want to talk about is through everything that we're dealing with in this country, when are we going to be real and be reasonable about the only way to get this country back up on its feet is to empower the black man. Now, I'm not saying just not forget the black woman, but you got to empower the black man. You got to let the black man get up and get his work on. Get up and build companies because you got to stop letting. I'm going to say this. There's no reason China should be making our medication, our masks, our underwear. We should go back to being, we should empower the people to do for themselves like they once did.
Make shit. You got to make shit. We don't make shit anymore.
Shit. We don't make shit no more.
Well, we see what happens. We're paralyzed when we're out of masks and shit. We go, oh, Trump fights with 3M about it, dude. We're not making our own shit, and we are to blame. We are the only ones to blame for that shit. We can make
no, we
shit.
Ain't. Bill Clinton, a Democrat. I told y'all not to send our jobs away. If you could go back I said you got to be a fool to send our jobs overseas. Who's the free trade agreement free for? Definitely not us. You paying 25 cents for something that ain't worth 25 cents. At least when you made under BVD, when they made Fruit of the Looms here in the state, they were the best underwear on the planet. Remember that?
Yeah, the underwear sucks now. It lasts about 3 months.
2 washes.
Two
whole
washes.
Your balls hanging out.
We get what we deserve. Look, either you want Walmart with cheap prices, or you want the fucking, the stores that we used to buy our shit in.
Pick and Save. Pick and Save had better drawers than Walmart.
Yeah. Well,
come on.
You get what you pay for, as everybody used to say.
I keep telling people, I remember when the Russians docked their submarine or ship or something here. There was a Goodwill, something that happened. Them guys they went into our stores and they bought BVDs and Fruit of the Looms. They bought American-made underwear, T-shirts, socks, and blue jeans. They spent thousands of dollars on underwear, T-shirts, socks, and blue jeans. That's all they bought. The guy said you can't get, said the quality is so good.
Right.
We have to be the biggest fools on the planet. But see, the problem was the government wanted to marginalize the black man, and they did that at the behest of racists in the Democratic and the Republican Party. Just not one. They did it at the behest of those people, and in the process of doing that, they fucked themselves out of industry. They fucked themselves out of industry. We don't make steel no more. We don't do none of the stuff we used to do. And that's the problem with our country. We want somebody else to do everything for us.
We made exactly. There you go. We don't want to do the jobs that people in China are willing to do. Make electronics. You know how many electronics are made here in this country? Fucking nothing. We don't make shit. There isn't TV or cell phone or shit. None of that shit is made here.
I remember when I remember everybody had a Zenith in their house. It was made right here in the United States.
I sold Zenith TVs back in the 80s. Zenith RCA TVs. And the only foreign shit we had literally one Sony TV there we rented. All the rest were Zenith.
We had a Daewoo. Remember when the Daewoo came out? Whatever that was?
You mean yeah, well, and there were some Japanese stuff like Sharp and that stuff, but I sold those TVs in the 80s at Champion TV. Zenith and RCA, and those things were made in the U.S., and if it broke, Zenith TVs were the first one that were modular. You fixed it. An American guy fixed the TV.
Yes, he did. You took it right to a TV shop, and Zenith would pay for it.
Shit, man. They had General Electric had a tube. Electronics Parkway in Syracuse had a tube making plant there. That whole city of Syracuse had Carrier Air Conditioning employed 17,000 people. 2,000 or 3,000 people worked in the picture tube factory. They had New Process Gear, which was Chrysler. They made transmissions, and they had Fisher Auto Body. All in that city of Syracuse. None of that shit is there now. And Syracuse is one of the top 10 poorest cities in the country by a mile.
I've been there. I fought there before at the Armory.
And all of that is gone now, and there's nothing there. And we just philosophically said, fuck it. We are not going to make shit anymore. And then the second we're down, we need something. We don't have it. We can't produce a goddamn mask. We can't build a factory.
Dude, did you see them making those masks with them bastards on the floor with their feet all over the masks?
No, where was that?
There was a video. Someplace they were making masks, those blue masks. They were making them on the fucking floor.
Here in the United States?
No, in like some Asian country. I said it. I don't know where it was.
Yeah. Yeah, well.
And I'm like, y'all got to be out y'all mind.
Well, but we're the fucking idiots. It's just like we were talking before. You keep going to that Chinese store where they discriminate against you. You just keep going back. If this all shit happens, I guarantee you.
I'm guilty of it. I'm guilty of it. I'm guilty of it.
And
before this started, I'm guilty of it. That's why I'm the one saying we can do better.
I guarantee you, when this is all done, there won't be one more plant here that produces personal protective equipment like masks. There won't be one when all this is done. 2 years from now, shit happens again. It'll happen again because they'll just say, "Oh, we never got that plant. I mean, it wasn't a profitable enough business, so we don't want it."
Let me tell you something. Why not empower black men and women with the 40 acres and the mule you owe us? Give us 40 acres. Teach us how to farm our own land and start back growing food in America. Real food. I ain't talking about Monsanto.
Yeah.
I'm talking real food.
Yeah. Organic shit that's gardened by a person by hand.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm talking about real bell peppers, real onions.
Not
shit with seed.
Not pigs that are sitting next to each other shot up with steroids and antibiotics and poison and shit and all that stuff. Ain't look at, and then everybody got sick in those plants. They were sick in like 2 seconds. And then they start saying, "Oh my God, the whole food chain's going to." Well, you should have thought about that shit. You should start thinking about that shit before you put our entire food supply in the hands of 3 companies. You should be thinking about that shit.
But that's the problem. I'm not eating meat, so he can kiss my ass.
I'm not eating it either. Not one animal has died on my behalf in a year and a month.
Right. I think I ate a piece of chicken. I ate meat twice this month. I'm trying to wean myself off of it.
I'm off of it, man. And I'm 30 pounds lighter, and nothing's died. And when that Tyson food plant closed, I said, "Fuck y'all. I don't give a shit. Let them all fucking close. I'm not eating that bullshit." Not eating it.
And that's the sad part about it. We got to come to the realization that where we are right now is all our own doing.
Absolutely. No one is to blame but us.
No one's to blame but us.
What's funny is, Trump was bragging about this economy. Oh, it's the greatest economy in the history of shit. Look, a fucking itty-bitty fake fucking bullshit virus that's going to turn out to be no different than the flu, maybe a little worse. I don't even know. I'm not even sure if I get the whole thing.
The flu kills more people per capita.
It definitely does. But that little itty-bitty flu brought us to our fucking knees. Dude, it wasn't a nuclear war. It wasn't a terrorist bomb. It wasn't Ebola that kills, it was a different version of the flu, and it brought us to our knees, divided our country in half. Holy shit, man. Jesus. Imagine if something really fucking big did happen here. Like an earthquake that wiped out California or something. Shit.
But I'm going to tell you, man, at this point, I wouldn't be mad. As long as I found out my people was okay over there in California, the rest of them kiss my ass. Because they ain't going to, dude, let me tell you something. You got to be out of your rabbit ass mind to believe that the governor is holding the people hostage. He's holding the people hostage.
They elected him. You know what, Nate? It's just like the Chinese. We're going to go back to that Chinese food place. You keep going to that poll and voting for those same people. Definition of insanity is doing something over and over again and expecting a different result. And that's what this is, man. Got to make some choices, man. You got to make some different choices.
And I'm being real with you, man. I can't make this up. I ain't that good. I keep looking at the stuff that's happening. I keep looking at the overall madness that is. And what I'm seeing is some foolishness. I'm saying, dude, you're not, you saying that you believe you're reading the science, but the science what science are you reading? What science are you reading to tell you that people need to be locked in until July? Huh?
I got no answers for you on that one. We're all sitting around at work. Dude, I haven't left work. I've been at my job. I haven't left. I got 40 people in there, and nobody. We got the flu, a bunch of us. Not a bunch of us, a couple of us. I went into the fish store yesterday, and I talked with a girl there, right? And they're open, and they're doing as much social distance as you can in a fish store. But, I mean, there's fucking, fish guts flying around. There's more shit way worse than that virus probably flying around in there. And I said to her, I go, yeah, how she said, oh, how you doing? And we chit-chatting about the virus. I said, yeah, man, I'm back in my office. 38 people we got in there, brought back most of the people. We haven't had one case of it. No one has come down with what appears to be COVID. Nothing. And she said, yeah. I said, but we had some people that were sick in January and thought they had the flu and that was it. And she said, you know what happened here? We all got sick in November with the exact symptoms of COVID. Fever, chills, the taste thing, all that shit happened. We all thought we had the flu. We all got over it. We've all been back to work, and we're dealing with the public every day. And it's like a meat packing place. It's wet. It's wet food. There's wet. It's a perfect environment. He goes. I said, has anybody else gotten sick? She goes, nobody since November. Nobody's gotten sick. And I go, it's just starting to get too strange. I keep looking at one thing on TV, and I keep seeing something else out in public. And then it just, it comes down.
600. Look this up. Jacksonville tested 600 homeless people.
Yeah,
not
not one case of COVID. Now you'd think of homeless people. How in the fuck could they not have it? How could they not have COVID? Homeless people.
And they tested the ones at the shelter, bro. At the shelter, sleeping on the floor next to each other. You talking about motherfuckers that shit up alleyways. Understand?
Yeah, I mean, wait, could there
they
be
eat
some...
out of garbage cans. I'm not laughing at them. I'm laughing at what these people throw. They shit and piss up alleyways, bro. You understand me?
There it is, right there.
Yeah, there it is. 600.
700.
700. Not one case of COVID-19. What are these motherfuckers doing today?
I don't know, but I mean, could you pick a demographic of people more likely to get it? I don't think you could. 700 homeless people.
Bro, do you remember when I did that that I was walking through downtown and I was doing a live video and I said, why is it the same motherfuckers that I saw all the years I was living from the time I was champion to now? Some of those folks still on the street. You understand me?
Yeah.
Some of those folks are still on the street. How in the world is it I still see them today? These that was 12 years ago. Some of these folks are still on the street. And they ain't got COVID-19.
Not one. That's the craziest part. Not one. Even if they'd said 5 or something, I would have said, well, only 5 people. But you're talking about people who are picking through garbage cans, touching doors. They're touching everything public.
Shitting up alleyways.
Shitting up alleyways, touching each other, sleeping next to each other. Like, how can that possibly happen? How do they not have it?
I'm telling you, I've seen some heinous stuff go on. I've seen guys go down on chicks downtown Jacksonville.
Oh, man.
In the bushes.
Oh.
And they're still living. Ain't nobody got COVID-19.
Nobody.
I'm just saying.
Not one.
Not one case.
And they're all in that homeless shelter together. They go out and then they come back and they stay in the shelter.
Yes, they walk out all day long smelling like piss and beer. And they ain't got COVID. I'm just saying. I'm not poking fun at them. I'm just telling you the reality of homeless life in Jacksonville.
Yeah, that is something.
It was cold 1 or 2 nights here. These motherfuckers ain't got the sniffles, bro.
Yeah, nothing.
So I'm just saying, you can't keep telling me that this shit is real. And then you got people in New York City, oh man, this shit real. I ain't saying it ain't real, but I'm telling you this, my help. If you got to pad your numbers with people that had heart attacks, pad your number with people that die from other stuff, somebody lying to you.
Right. Yeah, there's boy, a year, 2 years, 5 years from now, when the investigative reporters that really are getting to the bottom of this get to the bottom of it, it'll always point towards money. It'll always be money. It'll be you'll find
Nancy Pelosi trying to get another $3 trillion. Y'all motherfuckers done looked for $5 trillion, but y'all ain't paid black folk what y'all owed us yet. fuck you.
Yeah,
And you want to cut a check to illegal aliens. They should be drug outside and be laid over a hay barrel and beaten.
You could have paid black people reparations. Every single black person that has African blood in them in this country, you could have paid them a reparation of $44,783 each with that first stimulus package, that first CARES package. That's what you could have paid.
$44,000.
Well, yeah, I mean, people talk about reparations and they go crazy. Are you kidding me? What the fuck? You know, they weren't.
You just don't want to give us what you owe us. But
right.
you fuck that.
But you wrote a check so quick to people in this country for this shit because it's an election year, and it ain't Trump's money. He don't give he wouldn't be giving anybody any money. That's for sure.
Y'all gotta realize something. I keep telling y'all, I love Trump because he's doing exactly what I said he was gonna do. I love Trump. I love Trump for one reason and one reason only. He is every time he's ever went bankrupt, it's been with somebody else's money. So I figured if you put him over everybody else's money, he remind you exactly who he was.
Yeah.
Because I guarantee you this up. I bet Trump got multiple $1 million checks to his companies.
Yeah.
I bet Pelosi got them. I bet if you go back right now and do all the investigative reporting, every senator senator that got $1 million, at least.
Probably. They put a whole bunch of bullshit stuff. I read about a quarter of the whole law in there, the actual law. It's 638 pages. I read it all the way through I wanted to see what the terms were of the loans and stuff. But man, they put in a bunch of shit. They put like $5 million or $10 million for that Kennedy Center for Performing Arts, or I don't know if it was the Kennedy Center or one of those stupid fucking performing arts centers. For $10 million for that shit? Come on, man. You can't find a couple of homeless shelters to throw some of that money to. You got to throw it to the Performing Arts Center in New York. Give me a break. That is such. When I see that shit,
but let me tell you
fucking
something.
Bullshit.
And I'm gonna say this to you, and I mean everything I'm about to say. Those people that sit on the hill, the Democrats and the Republicans, they need to all be pulled out in front and held accountable for what they've done with this money.
Yeah,
ain't no way in hell you can tell me Ruth Chris should have got $20 million.
Right, Ruth Chris Steakhouse, $20 million. That crazy.
High-end steakhouse.
Fucking what was it? The L.A. Lakers. They got money. They gave it back out of guilt because they got guilted into it. You saw how much they got? Was it the Lakers?
How much?
I'll tell you right now. They got so they. Let me see if it was the Lakers.
Was it $50 million or something like that?
$4.6 million. They
how much?
$4.6 million they got. First of all, they went and applied for it and tried to get away with it. They got the money.
$4.6 million.
Yeah, it became public record who got what. They got $4.6 million to pay their employees, which includes their fucking executives and all this other shit. And they got caught because it's public record that they made it public record, every company that got it. And they got caught, so they got all nervous and they gave the money back. Well, if you gave it back, you didn't need it in the first place. Give me a break.
Exactly.
Shit.
And you telling me you've been making LA Lakers been selling out for the last 40, 50 years?
Right. They needed it to
and you need the money? You telling me these airlines who've been overcharging us for bags since I started flying 20-something years ago, they needed our money?
Yeah, bullshit. That's total horse shit. They got people flying on planes right now. And they said, we're going to leave the middle seats open. A lady took a picture. They fucking filled every middle seat on this flight last week. All the seats were filled with people. And some people aren't wearing masks. Like, whatever, man. You know.
I'm getting on this motherfucker coughing. I went to look at a plane ticket today. Plane tickets are $300-something. I'm like, man, I thought one of my friends said they got a ticket for $17. I said, yeah, but look how close you was to where you were. You went from the West Coast to the Midwest. But still, man, I don't trust these people, man. I don't trust them.
You got to follow the money, man. I was following my man at work, Marcus. trading stocks and shit, and he found the pharmaceutical company. He bought $1,000 worth of stock and flipped it the next day and made $500 on it. And I go, right, there's your prime example of what's going on with this. When you see money changing hands and shit going on, it's all about the stock market. These stock market guys, they live and die on this shit, man. People, the average Joe person putting their money into a 401k or something's getting fucked. Meanwhile, these guys are flipping the stock and selling it and then rebuying it cheaper, and then there's so much shit going on. It's
I'm
crazy.
Still wondering when they're going to pull all those officials and those CEOs in and ask them why did they pull all this money out of the stock market.
Well, they're investigating the one Republican. Let me look him up here. That guy's getting investigated. Dude, he's dead. He's dead in the water because he went into a briefing and went and sold his stock the next day, based on the briefing. He's on the House House Intelligence Committee, I think it is.
Oh, I thought it was Ways and Means. That's where the money is there.
Hold on, I'll tell you. Let me see.
Oh yeah, I want all of them called. Republicans, Democrats, Independents. I don't give a damn who you are.
Richard Burr, he's Senate Intelligence Chief. He stepped down from that committee. He didn't step down from his his job as senator, but sold all his stock, man. He sold that shit. He sold it right after he went into a confidential meeting, and the FBI caught him. Insider trading. And the insider trading, all they ever do is they're just getting rid of stock they know is going to go bad.
Right. How many of them? But they were doing it. They were doing it They were doing it a month ahead because they.
Yeah, they were in January. In January.
Yeah, but they knew what was going on in China.
Yeah.
Do you remember when I was posting the video of people falling out in China and everybody told me I was crazy? You remember I tagged you in it.
Yeah. Yep.
And everybody told me I was crazy.
Well, it's here, and but whenever there's money changing hands, you gotta look at stuff closely, because when people become millionaires overnight over shit like this, it's like it's the same sleight of hand we've been looking at for all. It's like, look over here at this. Old people are dying. Guess what? Old people have been dying since the beginning of time, and they've been dying of same shit. They've been dying of flu. I keep telling you, them folk didn't die of no COVID. They died of old. All of them died of old. But that's what most old people die of. Most old people die of heart failure, cancer, and flu. That's what they die of, and it's the same thing. But it's, look over here at that, and over here we got something else going on. We got money going on. But don't look at this. Look here. Look here. Trump and COVID. Trump and COVID. Trump and COVID. Meanwhile, stock market crashes.
But here's my question. I feel like the Obamagate thing, he may have done something. I don't know if he did or he didn't. But I do believe this is petty. The Republicans are now saying, you know what, you motherfuckers swung at us first. Now we swinging back.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
I think it's petty. It's petty. A bunch of petty going on. I ain't saying they're wrong, because Pelosi was. Do you realize that they've been trying to sink this man since the day he was elected?
Yeah, absolutely. Well,
so basically, the Democrats spent all the last 3 years saying "fuck the people," and they were out for Trump.
Yeah, well, guess what's going to happen when Biden gets elected? They're already ramping up investigations on Biden. The Senate's already requesting documents and get ready. Dude, Biden becomes president, the entire 4 years is going to be spent investigating him in Ukraine.
Biden won't get elected.
They're not.
Dude, I don't see them winning California. I don't see them winning Michigan.
Well, they might not. I'm just saying, if he gets elected, he's going to be investigated the whole time. And you know what Trump's going to be? Trump's going to be like, fuck y'all now. Now you think it was a rough 4 years before. Fuck you. Now I don't have to look for a re-election. I don't give a shit about poll numbers or nothing. That's a scary thought when a president really doesn't give a fuck about the poll numbers. He's just going to be like, fuck it.
I ain't even lie to you. I'm going to be honest with you. I almost want to see how special it would be to have him in there for 4 years tearing this bitch up.
He's going to be, man. Those rich white ladies with the fucking wine glasses in New York are going to be fucking. They'll all hang. They almost hung themselves when he won 4 years ago. Wait till he re-wins it. Those wine drinking ladies in New York City that all fucking love Hillary. Shit, man, they are really going to kill themselves because this fucker is not going to give a shit. He ain't going to give a shit.
Lie to you. I would love for him to say, "I'm giving black people reparations," and sign it to the executive board and start sending the checks out. Oh my God.
Yeah. He could do, he can do something pretty close to that. I'll tell you the one great thing about Trump is Trump has showed us exactly how much power a president has and doesn't have. And to my surprise, the president has a lot more power than we think he does, man. He's a lot closer to a fucking king and a dictator than we think.
Yeah, but executive order is a motherfucker.
Dude, you realize that
Obama signed a whole bunch of them.
That wall is being built right now. You know that. Did you know that? It's being built.
Yeah.
Because it's going through the court system. But meanwhile, it's going through the court system. Money's being spent and the wall is going up. It's being quietly built. And by the time it gets to the point where they settle it, which they probably won't, it'll get to the Supreme Court, which is stacked now. It's not going to matter because if they win, whoever, these guys that are suing the ACLU or whoever's doing it, what are they going to do? They're not going to take the wall down because you can't take it down and get the money back for it. It's built. Fuck them. And Trump's laughing his balls off. He's like, you fucking guys.
Here's the sad part about it. Why wouldn't you want him to secure our borders?
Because it's just a political issue. It's
a political. You basically telling me, wait a minute. You're so concerned about Mexicans but you don't give a fuck about black people that live in your borders.
Right.
I'm just asking for a friend.
Dude, we care way more about Mexicans. Maybe not lately in the last couple of years, but we care way more about Hispanic people coming from them. We do about black people getting shot, killed, in poverty, fucked up, education. We don't give a fuck about them. We don't.
We don't give a fuck about black folk being 250 years, 200 years behind the average white family in wealth?
Yeah, shit, dude. Trust me, if these fucks in these red states and other states, if they could pack up black people and deport them,
they would. They'd have been put us out.
They would fucking do it in a second.
If they felt like they could get away with putting us out, they would.
Yes, they would. They would do it.
And they can. You know why? Because we're not citizens. We're
3/5 of a man.
Yeah, we're not citizens. We're residents.
Resident aliens.
Yeah, we're resident aliens.
That's fucking crazy.
It is.
Oh boy, you got me depressed. I got to go to bed and fucking. If we lived in such a fuck up country.
This is the life that we live. Hey, but before we go, what do you think is going to happen with this Obamagate thing? How bad is it really? How bad do you really think it is?
Well, it'll go a lot farther if it will go a lot farther if Biden gets elected. That's for sure. It's very difficult to. The most difficult thing to happen in this country is to turn the Senate Democrat. It takes a sweeping, huge movement to do that. And as long as the Senate remains Republican controlled, and they can investigate and do the stuff that they want, the Congress is still pretty fickle. It's 400 and it's way more seats, and the areas are way more gerrymandered. States aren't really gerrymandered like that. So as long as it's a Republican Senate. And they know they've now got a majority Republican, really kind of right-wing Supreme Court. Why not? Why wouldn't they keep it up? Why wouldn't they keep up on Obama? Because all they have to do is prove that the FISA court didn't get the correct search warrants, and all they got to do is find a couple documents that show the intent of the people in the Obama administration trying to investigate Trump.
They're saying Obama did this, though.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. What are you going to do? You going to lock up Obama?
No, shit. If Trump is in office, they will.
Yeah, they would. Oh, for fucking... Are you kidding me? Bill Barr would put handcuffs on Obama in 15 seconds. Yeah.
And his wife. They handcuff his wife, his kids, and the dog.
Dude, that's a Fox News dream, wet dream come true, man, seeing fucking Obama in handcuffs.
And my thing is, I stay on Obama's ass, but I don't want to see nobody go to jail or none of that. I really want all of them to be outed, though.
Yeah, I look at the truth does as good. It just does. It does. But the truth is a painful thing in this country, man.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna tell you something. I want to see. I want to see them shake Pelosi's ass to the ground, because she is a piece of work.
She's annoying, and she's 500 fucking years old. She's shaking and fucking. Oh my God, women love her. Oh, she's so fucking great. She lives in another world, though. She's in a district in San Francisco that's so far left that they don't live in reality. And
it's the most expensive place in the country.
Fucking most expensive place, man. Jesus.
My
brother lives there. Man, but they live in a fucking crazy fucked up world. They do, and when they come back to what America really is, it's a fucking redneck. It's mostly redneck people, except for the people who live in the country. It's fucking hillbillies, brother. Hillbillies, man. It's hillbillies. That's what this place is. Fucking hillbillies, man.
But
the fuck you think Trump is? Trump is a fucking hillbilly, man.
Yeah, but let's be real with this. This Obama thing, I'm not. I've been posting about it. People, oh man, they don't want you to post about it. But dude, this is news. What kills me is when it was Trump getting all the shit, nobody said shit. Oh, he ain't shit. Now they're talking about Obama, and he actually may have done something. They got video. They got video of him talking. Not video.
Yeah.
They got audio of him talking.
Yeah.
And I do not wish that man no ill. I don't think he did shit for my people. But that ain't the point. He's gone now. If you didn't catch him when he was in office, I'm saying let it go. But
they're not letting that go, dude. You are.
The Democrats are the Republicans are proving they're as petty as the Democrats.
Yep. Sure.
That's what this is about.
Oh, well, it's
that's what this is about.
Yeah.
Well, I want to thank y'all for tuning in tonight. Y'all listen to us rant about our country. We listen. We could do so much better if we just all stood up and told the truth. And if it is what they say it is, I really hope it's all figured out, found out, and everything comes to the light. But I do not wish for them to spend more money, more of our taxpayer dollars on a witch hunt. So if it is what it is, I want them to get through with it and make it known. But if it's not, I do not wish them to spend our money. All right, guys. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for being a part of the show. See y'all next Sunday. Sunday's going to be the new night, right?
Yep. Sunday at 8:15.
Sunday at 8:15. Thank y'all for tuning in.
Until we have a fight. And then we'll be back on Saturday night, man. Tyson Holyfield 3, baby. We'll have 2 million viewers on that one. We will have everybody in that studio that night.
I say, damn, man. I say we go to Saudi Arabia.
Shit, man. We'll go somewhere, but our show's gonna be on air with a shitload of people watching. I can tell you that much. And then you can really start talking shit.
Damn, I really want to go to the fight because I love both guys.
Yeah, man. Me too.
Tyson, my dude, though.
Yeah.
Tyson's my dude. Holyfield, my dude, but Tyson, my dude.
Yeah, me too, man. I'm excited to see
I love both guys, but I take that back. I can't say that. I love Mike, but I love Evander's dry sense of humor. You know I can't even say I love one more than the other now. I used to.
I'm reading Mike Tyson's book right now, and let me tell you, so I'll give it to you after, Nate. It is fucking great, man. God damn, that book is great.
Which is the one with his
Undisputed, it's called. It's the last book he wrote. It came out a few years ago, but it's 500 pages. I'm halfway through it. I'm right at the Desiree Washington rape. I'm starting to get to the point where I know the people in the book personally.
Right.
With Stacey McKinley. We just had him on Kevin's show before us, but man, great book, boy. So far, it's getting better.
You saw the check, so you saw the check.
I saw the check, yeah. Yeah. Yep.
So everybody knows that Desiree Washington lied and nothing ever happened to her.
Yep. He talks about it in the book, pretty detailed.
Talks about taking off her panty liner.
She did. She went in the bathroom and took it off and came back and had sex with him.
Yeah.
He had he ate her out for like 20 minutes before. She was on her period. He got it all over his face.
Oh God.
And she wrote about it in the book. It's disgusting, but it's the truth. And they got a racist judge and a shitty attorney, that shitty ass attorney that fucked them over. And
I don't know if our viewers want to hear that, but it's out there.
It's out there, Nate. Can't get it back.
All right, guys. Thank y'all for tuning in. Peace out. Talk to you later, John.
Later. Eat some bloody pussy. Eat some bloody pussy.